It has been a mixed year for Hollywood. While the music industry flourished, the cinematic universe hit a bumpy road with the dual strikes in Hollywood. More details in our next story.
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it?
On the 2nd of May, the Writers Guild of America, representing 11,500 screenwriters, went on strike over a dispute with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. 2 months later, more than 60,000 SAG-AFTRA members joined the screenwriters on the picket lines. It was the first time since 1960 that two of the entertainment industry's most prominent unions went on strike together. The writers called off the strike in September, and the actors' protests ended in November.
Minimum compensation increases that break the so-called...
The historic twin strike halted television and film production and cost the California economy billions of dollars. But it wasn't for nothing. Both the Writers Guild of America and SAG-AFTRA scripted deals with major studios, securing gains in areas like streaming residuals and protections against the misuse of artificial intelligence. Announcing their victory, the WGA had earlier said, and I quote, "We can say with greater pride that this deal is exceptional, with meaningful gains and protections for writers in every sector of the membership," unquote. Among the many big wins was a hike in minimum wages and compensation, pension and health fund rates, and terms for the use of artificial intelligence. The SAG-AFTRA too secured a positive outcome after the strike. In a contract valued at over $1 billion in new wages and benefit plan funding, the tentative agreement got the actors an increase in the minimum compensation, provision for consent and compensation that will protect the members from the threat of artificial intelligence, and included a streaming participation bonus. Additionally, pension and health caps for the members were substantially raised. But while the negotiations do pave the way forward, there are multiple challenges for showbiz. The biggest is the transition from the traditional landscape of television and films to that of streaming platforms. That transition is made more difficult by the changing audience preferences. With big-budget films dumping theatre releases for OTT premieres, different platforms are competing for the audience viewing time. Changing economics of the entertainment industry is another factor that could be a challenge in the near future. For instance, production houses might scale back their content production to tackle losses incurred during the COVID-19 pandemic and the twin strike. While the industry continues to adapt to the post-strike showbiz, the show goes on.